one day I would do it real big. Real shit, real shit. I know what my real niggas feel is. Nighttime, low song, and even see the stars, but we still wish. Real shit, real shit. Who would ever thought that we would build this? Tryna walk to school, get your jaw socked. Tryna pump your gas, get your car shot. Large profit margin on the long shots. Cause young niggas rarely make it off the R block. Nighttime, low song. Fucking young bitches while they folks home. High school, didn't go. Couldn't understand my plan, now you niggas know. Self-made, well paid. I'm from where they tell you never touch the shell case. I'm from where they teach you never trust a pale face. Let's talk banging, I can tell you about a failed race. Real shit, real shit. I know what my real niggas feel is. Nighttime, low song. Fucking young bitches while they folks home. Real big, real big. I know one day I would do it real big. Real shit, real shit. I know what my real niggas feel is. Nighttime, low song, and even see the stars, but we still wish. Real shit, real shit. Who would ever thought that we would build this? Sold out shows, that's a door split. Niggas ain't show up, that's a forfeit. Left my record label, just got more rich. I switched it up, that's me singing on the chorus. But still I spit bars so gutter. Drive cars, no stutter. Top floor, no clutter. Hardwood floors though. White wall, that's where my awards go. Running from the law till they foreclose. Sit with myself when them doors close. Sometimes I got a question, only Lord knows. What I'm doing out in Copenhagen, spending euros. Nighttime, low song. Do it big, nigga, till my low home. Real shit, real shit. I know what my real niggas feel is. Real big, real big. I know one day I would do it real big. Real shit, real shit. I know what my real niggas feel is. Nighttime, low song, and even see the stars, but we still wish. Real shit.
Yo, episode 65 of the Pint Size Podcast was good. I go by many names. Oh man,
I go by many names. He
I'm
says.
gearing up for Game of Thrones is coming back, man. The guy with no face. No, but
do I have to watch that show?
I gotta be super
What?
Because I've watched like 3 episodes.
Listen to me.
I've never seen
Listen to
any
me,
of
bro.
it, G. None.
Listen to me. Yes.
All right.
It's a reason why so many people go so crazy,
know,
but
it's
it's not. The show has never like fallen off. It's never fallen off. You know how shows fall off?
True.
It's never fallen
Because
off.
I thought the last season was supposed to be the last season.
No, last season wasn't the last season. It was just that they delayed it because of like everybody. The show got so big, everybody had different stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? And the budget, they got the biggest TV budget like of all time.
That's what made me interested.
Wow.
They got the biggest TV budget because they make that much money. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
You know what? I was sitting there thinking the other day. I was like, man, maybe I'll start watching it because I'm still hearing about this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so much
yeah.
hype coming for
That's because the last season about to come out.
Last season, yeah.
This month. Get your weight up, bro.
Get your weight up.
Anyway, crazy Uncle G. You know what I'm saying? Crazy Uncle Brother G.
Crazy.
It's Uncle Cousin G, bro.
No, I like crazy.
You like crazy in front of it.
Yeah,
I can't. He can beat me up. I can't say nothing.
I mean, everybody got to be something. You know
I'll
what I'm
take
saying?
it. I'll take
You know
it.
what I'm saying? He in the building.
Yep. Millie's late.
Millie's late as usual. What's up with you though, bro?
Man, you know, I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm moving these records out here in the world. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We just trying to put on what we trying to put on. You dig what I'm saying? You know, shout out to VVV, available now on all your streaming services. You know what I'm saying? We did record numbers in the first week. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even playing. You know, that's not even a flex. I looked at the numbers when they sent them and said, hey, they sent the email, said you hit a milestone. I said, a milestone. Oh, we doing it like this? So shout out to everybody that support.
Oh, shout out.
Shout out to y'all. I appreciate it. But then, you know, I'm just chilling. You feel me?
Now you gotta do a video for every single song. That's the way.
That's the way we
gotta
do
it. Every single record.
That's the way.
You
But you know who it is talking? It's me. FC on the beat, a.k.a. Fourth Quarter Freddy, a.k.a. Freddy Franchise, a.k.a. the best you ever heard. You're just afraid to admit it, a.k.a. Mr. I Have a Dream. So get your hands out of my pockets, a.k.a. Speedy Tractor, a.k.a. Bomb Stockton, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul Bazaar, a.k.a. Wavy Crockett, a.k.a. F the Netflix Guy, a.k.a. Young Hulu, a.k.a. Hot Take Jake, a.k.a. the best. Oh, my God. See, whenever you stop, you hit the stumbling point. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go back, a.k.a. F the Netflix Guy, a.k.a. Young Hulu, a.k.a. Hot Take Jake, a.k.a. Mr. Always Stay Focused, a.k.a. Mr. Always Dr. Know, a.k.a. Mr. All Bags Matter. I blame that on the smoothie that I'm
trying to tell y'all
with the whey protein. And, hold on, wait. I'm shooting myself bail.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? And we was off for a week, so I'm out of practice. I wasn't shooting this week. I did no layup drills, no conditioning, nothing.
No.
You feel me?
This is the problem. This is the problem right here. The problem is he gets stumbled up over the one name that I've questioned since day one.
You know what? He built the complex. He put the complex.
I still don't understand why he's Young Hulu. But whatever.
Yeah, that one stood kind of odd to me too. It stood kind of odd to me too. Like, is you like Hulu, like the streaming program?
Yeah,
like,
that's what he's
getting money.
No, it's because let me break it
All
down.
I know is Joel Embiid said I do this for the cash.
For the cash.
It's a couple of them. Dame got one.
Dame got one. I seen that one.
Yeah, the money machine.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to take them out because I ain't getting no check for that. I just watch a lot of Hulu.
Mr. Young Hulu.
Whatever. Man. The people love it, man.
I'm hating.
What are you currently watching on Hulu, man?
Hulu. You know what I found on Hulu since we talking about it? My guy. Jason Blum of Blumhouse, he's the horror film director guy. He has a series on Hulu that's exclusive to them, and it's a series of just horror flicks that they put out every couple months, and it's pretty freaking dope. He just put one out on April Fools. That was crazy. It's called something about the motel or something like that. That's one I'm watching, and then I catch all of the movies that Netflix don't want to pay for, they put them on Hulu. So I got all the movies in the theaters that you know what I'm saying I wanted to catch.
I got both. I stream both.
Yeah, I got to keep.
Because I don't. It's nothing interesting on Hulu. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not really. Not that I can't see. Like, and I already got. But you got. That's the Hulu is the contingency plan. Because they the catch all.
You guys heard it first from Mr. Hot Take Jake. Okay.
That's the contingency plan. You gotta have it just in case.
You heard it first.
You might not need it, but it's there.
You heard it first. So it's been a lot going on in the past week since we haven't met. But let's start here. We're gonna start with Cardi B.
Okay.
Let's start with Cardi B. Cardi is making head waves again and headlines. I'll use both head waves and headlines.
Okay.
I think it's no question that she's the most dynamic female artist right now.
I'm rolling.
I'm saying across the board.
I'm rolling.
She makes headlines with everything she does and or does not do. We all know her story. America loves it. Rags to riches, stripping to pictures, all of that type stuff.
Yeah.
But this time she's in the news for something that we definitely need to just discuss a little bit.
Okay. What you got? Talk to me.
3 years ago.
Miss
Cardi B made a Instagram live video of her doing one of her famous rants, so that would eventually go ahead and help put her on, to be honest with you. That got her chose for Love and Hip Hop.
True.
One of her famous rants. And during this rant, she decided to brag. That's how it came across to me.
I'm not
because I don't think she needed to say it at all.
Yeah,
but
I'm not opposed to that.
She kind of bragged about stripping, right, drugging, and robbing men. That she would, get back to the hotel. She would drug them, rob them. Bounce.
Interesting.
Now, this is not something that a third party came and said. This is not accusation. First of all, no dude's going to be like, yo, this chick got over on me like this.
Right.
She told on herself.
Sure.
How you guys feel about that? Millie the model.
Millie's here, everybody. Millie look like she just woke up today, like just now 5 minutes ago.
She just woke up today for the first time in her life.
For the first time.
Millie was in the car sleep in a lot.
It's the first wake up.
Waiting on the show from last night.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And you were still late.
It's the first wake up. So, okay.
Dope blast.
I guess I'll start.
Say hi, Millie.
Hi.
So I don't know. It's kind of weird. This is why it's kind of weird. First of all, let's lay down the foundation of all of these acts are illegal. So let's just lay it all down first. All right, if you went in there buying some box, you was wrong off top,
Right.
which will most likely.
Don't be pulling the Robert Krabs guys. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm just saying, which will totally nullify you from telling if you got robbed.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it. Now, if we're going into this from a Me Too standpoint, then that's one conversation. Now, and that's a conversation I think we can have maybe. That she's done the worst and from her own lips admitted to doing worse things than, the sufferers and the purveyors that are being attacked justly and some unjustly, but they're being attacked overall through the efforts of the Me Too movement. Okay, cool. Now, my only problem with the whole thing is this. It's my whole problem. And man, we can talk about it. We family. And, I do believe, and I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not a reader or a seer, right? But I do believe that once this news cycle hits and ends, I think, this broke too. So the news cycle has ended. So I feel like we'll hear some sprinklings of this maybe in a week. But I think we've heard the last of this one. And I don't think it'll happen again. I don't think it'll ever be brought up again.
Facts.
No.
I absolutely agree with you.
Because they're
Yeah.
what guy from our
I'm
era?
gonna get to that though.
Somebody came forth.
One guy came out and said, "Yo, this is when it happened. I got pictures with him and her and all of that."
Oh yeah. Oh, he trying to get some money.
If more people come out,
Yeah. If it start becoming a
if
thing.
Yeah.
it all depends on how many dudes she did this to, how many got evidence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I mean, like, if I can put my input on the whole
No,
thing.
we don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
No.
is she
podcast.
is she not on the not on the
so,
podcast.
Like, what,
okay, look. So, it's a terrible thing, but then I look at the
Knew that was coming.
standpoint of how kind of stupid are you? She's a stripper? Like, you out in New York.
Hey, wait, so
no. Because, like,
Let her go. 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 Let her go.
No, because, and
Yeah, I'm
this
with
is
you.
not putting any, like, judgment on any girls who do this profession, but you are going into, she's in the Bronx, correct?
That's where she's from, yeah.
In the Bronx, you dealing with chicks who, they just want their money at the end of the day. They're not going there to go home with you and get some kitty cat and give you all that shit. So for you to be that stupid, thinking that somebody like her was really about to just give that shit up to you and not try to do anything in the side piece and it's just kind of being naive to the situation. Like, what you think was gonna happen? Like,
It is, but
and it doesn't make it right.
some are good
But
at
you
their
gotta
job.
you gotta think. You really gotta think for a second. Like, what type of person you're bringing home to you or going to a hotel with? Like, really think about that. Like, so that's just my whole standpoint of it. It's still wrong. She shouldn't have done it. I think it kind of like seeing the video, like her saying this was for her survival. There's other ways you could have done it.
That was crazy.
You could other ways you could have.
That was crazy.
But at
her
the same
point of view.
time, it's just you gotta be smart when you go to these places, man. It's like if you sit here and go to like a brothel in Las Vegas, you gotta be smart about the type of chick that you're gonna lay down with, let you get your drink for. Like, you gotta be. Come on now, like.
It's funny though, because that's kind of the angle I was gonna take from
Yeah,
the tour. Like, you
I
know,
get
you
it.
got to be aware. Like, you know,
I kind of get it.
you got to know the situation that you in.
Yeah.
You got to know the situation you're dealing with. Now that the fact that she did it is dead wrong.
Right,
like, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Thanks,
because
yeah.
anything could have happened. You know what I'm saying? He could have set him up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
See that, and see. Look, I know. And Blue is
No. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting.
I
chomping
think
at
this
the
too,
bit.
'Cause I'm that guy.
And then looking at it from another perspective too, you got to look at it like this too. Like, if you're looking at it from how people view crimes, they're going to view rape way more serious than they
Absolutely.
than a man
Then a man
than
get
a man in a soliciting a sex act being drugged.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
and
going
his
far.
money being taken.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got two things because of you, G.
Uh oh.
Let me write this down. Go ahead.
Oh, he writing them down.
Yeah, I got to.
Okay. So now, let's look at it from this angle, right? So, I hear Millie, and I agree with Millie's point. I just want to argue against it just for fun. But I agree with you. But I want to argue against it for fun. What if you walked into that transaction just thinking about even the illicit nature of the transaction? Like, it's a code to these kind of transactions from what I hear. I'm fortunate enough to never have had to purchase any box. But I'm just saying, it's from the way it's set up to me from the OGs.
You might have paid for it one way
It's
or another.
one way or another. Not direct. I've never cashed that for box. All right, it's never been direct.
Maybe you have.
All right, never been direct. I may have bought you drinks. We may have got a 2 for $20. But it ain't never been none of that. You know what I'm saying? But this.
Oh, no.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, so I think what makes it vile from a street level is, like, Cardi kind of broke the code. Like you was a stick-up kid of pussy. Wow. Like, what are we doing?
So you're saying it's like, in a way, she kind of broke the secret that a lot of strippers, how they were getting
it's
their
an unspoken code.
Damn, bitch, you just ruined.
Okay.
But
Okay.
my thing is this too. Then again, if it was that bad and that offensive in the community, then why are we just now hearing something?
Okay, so let me ask you
Okay.
guys something. No, I mean, you just not hearing something about because people they get bored and they dig up your skeletons. Drake,
that's
Drake
just
said
how
it best.
social media
He said, if you compare me to if you compare me to rappers and they eras, what do you say? Could they ever survive in this era where it's recreational? Pull up your dirty skeletons and pull them out of your closet. I don't know. He was saying them dudes was great, but can they everything being aired out? Can they do it? Right?
Could they do it?
So like that's what they do nowadays. They dig and look for stuff for you that they didn't have access to because. Again, you know what I'm saying? The internet never forgets.
True.
Right? I bought a t-shirt that says the internet never forgets.
True.
Because it's true. All right? But let me ask y'all a question.
Go for it.
Who in this room been to a strip club before?
Me.
I have.
How many of you guys been to a strip club in another state?
I
have
another
not.
country.
Another country? Ooh, that's even sound even better. That sound even better.
National.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? When
International.
I was doing it, I was doing it.
Hey, pop, lock, and drop
You understand?
What country?
Canada. Ain't nowhere.
Okay.
No. The girls move different in Canada.
Yeah.
Toronto is a beautiful city.
Women-
It was a beautiful city 10 years ago as well. I just want to put that
Women
out
move
there.
different.
Yeah.
I like how you put 10 years on that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked that to ask this. I believe that all people have different strip club experiences. And I don't just mean a different chick. Like everybody can in the same strip club can get the same chick to do a lap dance around every single body. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about different experiences. So how do I say this?
Say it.
Say it.
Because I don't know where we are.
So
but I
one
like where
time-
we're going.
I spent a little bit of time in a place that's very, very popular in the U.S. And we patronized one of the,
He is in his political correct.
because you gotta paint the picture, but you
I'm
know
rolling. I'm
the
stepping on your
statutes of
point.
limitation.
Let me chill out. Let me chill out. I'm gonna sit back.
So we patronized one of the actually the second biggest strip club in that city.
Okay.
That I'm not gonna name. All
I
right.
like it.
So I met a couple of my friends who I haven't seen in a while. I met some of my friends' friends who truly had no problem getting, obtaining, and spending the bag.
Okay.
All right. To the point where, upon first greeting, hey, if you're my dudes people, you're my people for the night. I got you.
Rolling.
Interesting.
Okay.
Right. In this city, all these guys rolled up, before I even met the guy, all these guys rolled up in the same car, different colors, right? Same car, different colors, all parked right in front of the club.
It's lit.
Strip club, right? Same guys who walked in and was like, yo, I'm such and such, whoop, whoop, whoop. I'll take care of you. Guy said, here, take some of this money. I look around, crickets, like, is this a joke? Is this a setup? Like, what's going on? Like, am I being punked? Like, you give me all this money, right? Guy gave me this money and said, I only got one stipulation. You got to spend it all here. Now, granted, this was the biggest amount of money that I ever seen in my entire life sitting right in front of my face. And it wasn't just me that had this much money. It was other guys who had way more money than the money that was given to me.
I'm starting to nail down the city you're in, but let's go for it.
And I'm going to say this. I've been to several strip clubs prior to that. the experience there
was totally
different. Right?
Of course.
So
I'm rolling.
Yeah, of course, right? So, upon these experiences, I started to understand how in this culture, certain people could do certain things and certain outcomes would result. Right?
Okay.
Right.
So I'm going to argue this. Yes, you do have to be smart because you are dealing with strippers, right? But there are also codes that go along with dealing with strippers.
Right.
And sometimes
There's a lot of air quotes in the room.
when it got to be, because I can't use
so
names and places and all these things.
Just so you know.
But sometimes when the bag exceeds the normalcy of the night, there are different rules that apply to different people.
Put that on the T-shirt.
Right.
When the bag exceeds the normalcy of the night. All right, rapper. All right.
You know, the rules are different.
The rules are different.
Upon this night, this was my first time understanding, not just hearing, that the rules were different. We were escorted.
Wow. Escorted. That's a big
No
word.
lie.
I'm rolling.
We were escorted. Tapped on the shoulder and said, hey, you guys are welcome to go here.
To a room that's named
To
after
a room
beverage.
that is not even put on. Nobody even, you don't know about this room unless you know about this room.
Until you're invited to the room.
Until you're invited to this room.
Oh, yeah,
Dig that.
yeah.
You understand?
That's a liquor
Right?
branded room.
So I
back
said,
there.
hold on,
Yeah,
what's
you
going
know.
on here? He said, just follow us. Oh my goodness, I'm following. I don't know who I'm following, but I'm following.
Following, right.
We're going to a whole nother club, it seems like to me. And without saying anything, I'm going to say that there was a lot happening that I've never seen happen, but I've always heard about.
I'm rolling.
So I'm going to say this. Cardi was definitely wrong, right? I can't defend Cardi. She committed a crime, and she admitted that she committed the crime. She indicted herself, right?
True.
However, I'm not going to completely say that you also are an idiot for being in that position if that's a normal thing for you. Like if you're in these strip clubs, you're in these places like this, and you're patronizing these spots, and people may know you getting it. Like they got to know you getting it because you spending it, and they invite you to these different parts.
Right.
It's certain things that you expect, certain courtesies that you expect. Now, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying I'm not justifying this at all, but I can see how these dudes wound up in this situation.
I'm guaranteeing it's happening a lot more than you
Hell,
know.
Oh, no,
Guaranteed.
yeah.
But how many dudes gonna come on and just be like,
Right,
no, I got drugged and robbed?
Because you got hit.
And that's what I know. And they're going to be like, where was you at that you got drugged
Yeah.
and robbed? And you know what I'm saying? So
You
it's
was
like,
the
yeah,
lick for the night. And I'm not, listen,
So it's like,
I'm not going downtown, or not downtown because that don't exist, but I'm not going to the parts of Cleveland, to parts of this city, and that happening to me, and me coming and telling y'all, guess how I'm getting home that night? Oh, well, I got to walk.
I got to figure it
Well, I
out.
got to figure it out.
I'm not telling you
I
what
ain't
happened to
telling
me.
nobody nothing. So I get what you're saying.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
ain't nothing to talk about now.
Millie?
I mean, you guys highlighted that. It's like that is kind of one of the funny things about strip clubs. You know, there are that when you are a special person for the night and you're educated on the rule, then these strippers who are supposed to take care of you for the night are educated on their rules for that night. So it is a game in there. It's like, and it's one of those things that happens, you know, in the most premier strip clubs. Some of them happen to be in New York. So it's like, it's a part of that culture, you know.
You gotta look at it like this too, though. Like even if you are used to moving in them lanes, you know the rules, but you still know to watch.
True.
That is
That's
true.
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
You still know to watch, but then again, though, it's like if you, like you said, if you're a novice to the game and don't really know, and they pick up on that, then you know.
Because at the end of the day, these girls are not stupid. These women are very educated, and a lot of guys are stupid and think a stripper. There are some of the
Agreed.
most educated
Absolutely.
strippers out here.
Absolutely.
Who this is their livelihood. They making hundreds and thousands each month. That's their hustle. It's a whole hustle. It's a whole business side to them. So you need to make sure that you are just as intelligent as them, and you're already on to like what they're trying to do. So because you coming in there, and if you don't know, you can't be surprised something's going to happen. Now, if you go in there and you know how this shit moves, you know what's going to happen, what's about to be the vibe, then you can prevent from this shit happening. Doesn't matter if you knew it's happening, you just now know it's not going to happen to you.
Right.
So
Should Cardi be indicted on charges or on past charges based on her works?
If we be honest,
Yeah.
If we being honest and we not, if a dude did this to a female, he would be.
Oh, he already be crucified. He already be buried under the jail.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, so
Yeah.
I get it. It won't happen.
And then I think it's one of those things too, like, we only heard one side. I mean, for all we know, these guys could have retaliated in some way and had, like, we don't know the full story of after all this stuff happened that she claims she did. There could have been some aftermath. She could have gotten into some fight. She probably could have had some people pull up on her on this. Like, so we're just hearing about it, and there probably was street justice already took care of this. Okay, whatever. It's just now being brought up, you know, she was just kind of that person when she was in that time of her life. So, because...
Yeah, we never know because we wasn't there. It could have been a situation where the dude was getting out of hand. She drugged him to knock him out to get up out of there. And just so happened she took the money too. But now it's a brag. I drugged this nigga, took his money.
Yeah. You
That's
never
true.
know.
You know, so,
but it was also multiple. So I don't know.
But
yeah,
you
She
never know.
said it was multiple.
You know, so.
We only can go off what she said.
Yeah.
But you know, we gonna let that be. We gonna let public opinion figure out, you know, whether Bill Cosby and Cardi B should be seen in the same light. We gonna let that
Wow.
I'm not touching this shit. He put the listen at pre-production. He put this in our nose, and I'm looking at it like, what are you doing, man? I'm like, what?
You should see the shock on
God.
my face because I wasn't part of the
I'm like,
production.
whoa.
Oh man!
I just some stuff you just look down, man.
And a super duper duper lighter note,
Please,
because we're from the city of Cleveland, and we love it so much for its good and its bad. We celebrated the arrival of one of the new Browns, Mr. OBJ,
Yeah.
Mr. Former New York himself. See what I did there? Odell Beckham Jr., who is now one of the latest weapons for who I perceive to be the next Brett Favre, Baker Mayfield. Talk about it.
you put a lot of stock on Baker. Okay, we got to unpack that.
I'm gonna say a more accurate Brett Favre though. I don't think he's gonna throw as many interceptions as Brett.
First of all, I think you should stop. Brett Favre was accurate. Reason why Brett Favre threw so many interceptions is because he took risk.
I know.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Baker ended up the same way.
No, that's what I'm saying though. I'm saying though, even in those risks that Baker going to take, he's gonna, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna connect.
He's going to
more
perform better. Is
because
what
he got a lot more weapons around him.
Yeah.
A lot more weapons.
I don't want to start because I started last time. Anybody else?
Millie
I
bust.
just got here, so
Millie
I'm
bust down.
like,
Millie, it don't matter if you got here to your house. You can't just walk in your
I
house and say I
understand
just
my
got here
house.
and you're gonna take your shoes off.
I still need to know what's going on in my house. So that part.
Well, right now OBJ just arrived at your house.
I understand.
He at the crib,
Okay.
cuz.
I mean,
He-
looking forward to the next season. I don't
He
look,
looking forward to
I'm
dyeing
an
his
Eagles
hair
fan.
orange.
So
I know
I'm
you
like-
are.
I'm
I know you are.
Okay, we got Deshaun
Oh,
Jackson back.
I forgot she was.
We just
we
got
not
Vinny
talking
Curry
about
back,
Philly.
so we
That's
just
good for y'all.
got our
I like that a
team
lot.
Back because
That's
we
what's
lost
up,
goals.
man.
They need to make up for what.
That's
the
what's
fuck they
up, man.
lost.
So the Cleveland
So-
Browns. I feel like this. You know, what
I like
I'm saying?
Philly though.
I like Philly.
I really
too.
like Philly a lot. Actually,
I like Philly.
I have no issue with
I
Philly.
gave Philly they props when
like
all
Team
the
B for
time.
me.
But we talk about the Cleveland Browns. All right,
Dogs
Jarvis
gotta eat.
Landry, OBJ, Baker Mayfield. Nike put commercials out with Jarvis Landry now because he back with his guy.
That's
You see
true.
what's about to happen here? Can they do that in Philly?
It's hard
No,
to-
they can't do that in Philly because they ain't got OBJ.
Oh, come on, Billy. Come on, Billy.
Let
Let me
me
do that
talk
thing.
my shit. Let me see what's happening here.
They can't do that in Philly.
No, they ain't doing it now because they ain't got Jarvis Landry and they ain't got OBJ. they can't put a high profile next to a higher profile like they did do in the city.
Because they got the same team that took them to the Super Bowl and beat the fucking Patriots, man.
So what?
Get out of here.
Let me share something with you.
I'm about to take a victory lap.
Let me share something
Okay.
with you. Let me share something with you.
She's a real
Let me-
Deny facts.
Let me share something with you.
Okay.
Let me put something in perspective for you.
Talk that
All
talk.
Let me put something in perspective for you, all right? The Eagles is not going to look like the Browns is going to look in 10 seasons. You can
That's
forget
fine.
about it. You
That's
can forget
fine.
about it.
Yeah.
Their franchise is going down.
That's
All
fine.
right?
That's
Hindenburg. All right?
We got ours.
It's going
That's all that
down.
matters. We got ours. Y'all just need to get yours.
You don't have yours.
No, we
You
do.
don't have yours.
We have the
I don't
Lombardi
see you. I
trophy.
don't see you in
No.
the semis this year, Philly.
And I don't see you
I don't
with the
see
ring
you.
yet. When
Huh?
I see the Browns go to playoffs and when y'all
Holy
get that ring,
crap.
y'all can talk shit.
Holy
Okay?
crap. Can you read the depth chart?
Hey,
Do
we-
you see the division? Do you know what's going on? Are you aware? Oh, man. Listen, I'm going to say this. 10 games. 10-6. We at least to the semis. I said Philly will be at
So
home.
this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say
Philly will
I'm
be
not
at
denying
home.
that.
I'm gonna say
Blue.
I would say
Philly
this. Hey, this is what I'm gonna say. I love. What you saying is getting me excited. Like I love it, right? But
I'm bubbling over here.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Don't do that. We ain't doing that.
But listen though,
It's the Browns.
If it's one thing,
Hold on, Blue.
if
You
it's
ain't gonna
one,
do that.
I'm
You know how long I've been waiting.
Listen, but
talk some shit
when you
about
say
the Browns.
when you say get yours, I got mine. That hurt me a little bit.
It ain't hurt
She was
me.
right. She was
I know.
right.
That's why I wanted him
She
to
was
stop
right
because I knew she was going to hit him
come
with
on,
the
man.
ring thing.
She was
I'm
right.
like,
She right though. She right.
That's
That's just like
Hey, listen.
when we had LBJ and we weren't getting no rings.
Hey, listen.
We kept talking till we got the ring.
Hey, listen.
We was dominating.
Listen. Okay, let's go back to LBJ, Blue. We was all here. We knew that ring was happening.
Yeah, we felt like it was going
We
to
was like, all right, here we
the shift.
We
just
felt like it
gonna
was
wait.
going to happen though.
Like, we just gonna wait, and everybody gonna talk like LeBron ain't gonna get it done. And guess what happened?
We was watching
He got it
like
done.
the cheat code been put in.
Got it done.
What, 3 straight?
Explain something to me, football fans. How can you lose with the stuff we use? Look at what we doing.
Man, what? First
Look
of all,
at where
guys,
we at.
did not advocate any drug usage.
Baker
you lose with the stuff we use?
to either Jarvis Landry
This dude
or
right here.
Odell Beckham Jr. is cocaine straight from the poppy plant. It's a wrap.
Oh my goodness.
That's straight off the bushel.
Oh my
Vietnam.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
We gonna see.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
we gonna see.
We gonna
You know
see.
what, though? You know,
Enjoy the ring. I ain't mad at the ring. I
like-
was happy for the
like,
ring.
honestly-
Don't bring that in here.
I like Deshaun being back in Philly though. I ain't gonna lie though. I like Deshaun being back in Philly.
It looks great on paper, like everybody's saying. It looks great on paper, but
Man,
you know who never lotto and who always seem to get it right?
Go for it.
Vegas.
Truly.
Vegas got us at least 10 and a half wins. So
At least.
Shoot, I
So,
don't know.
you know.
Vegas got it wrong. They ain't pick New England. They changed their little bet on New England in week 6. So when
Oh,
they
yeah,
weren't gonna
they
make it to the
did.
Super Bowl. Vegas
Yeah,
get
they
stuff
did.
wrong. Don't be putting all that stock in Vegas.
But
Vegas
you know-
ain't pick us to beat Golden State either.
You
So
know
I
what?
ain't
You know
fooling
what it
with
was
Vegas.
though
Screw them.
with the New England thing. It was because the shift in Brett Favre's game. You remember he took a little decline. It wasn't a decline
no,
by his
New
standards.
England.
That's what. No, I mean not Brett Favre. Tom Brady.
Gotcha.
It was a he took a little decline in the season. It wasn't a decline by his standards, but he wasn't a superhero no more.
Yeah.
So cats got nervous. I think that's all that was.
Yeah, but shoot, if you listen, man, money on the wood made the bet go good.
Truly.
Shoot, you
Truly.
pick that money up, bro. Something wrong.
But you 40 though, like you know what I'm saying? Like
You get a pass.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna go out there and play like you 26.
I'm not justifying
You know what I'm
anything.
saying?
I'm just saying I can't always ride with Vegas, man.
You know,
Vegas,
but
Vegas,
other than-
Vegas. Every time Vegas favors us to do something super monumental, we don't do it. So I don't rock with Vegas. Vegas picked us to win a World Series, and we lost it.
Yeah.
I'm not fooling with Vegas,
I do
bro.
remember that.
Yeah.
I'm not fooling with them. Vegas picked us to lose the championship, and we won it. So Vegas go against us, just like everybody else been going against us. I'm not fooling with y'all.
All I know was I seen a Nike commercial and my heart started fluttering. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you remember that first girlfriend you had, how she made you feel and how you felt like you can take over the world. When I seen them put Jarvis Landry and OBJ next to each other in their whole career, I said, yo, I feel hope. I feel like I can do anything.
Stop, because this is a recorded jet and I can't rewind. I can't go hit the 15-second button and go back. Say it again.
Huh? I can't remember what I said.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
said major. I forgot.
He said to make his heart flutter
It's-
like
It
when that first girl that you like, and it made you
He feel like a
you could
superhero.
Superhero, you could do anything.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it did. What? Did you hear the music behind it? Do 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 do. I said, oh, he's here. Stay together. Look at them. They're best friends.
Did you make any tracks after that?
I didn't, man. I just had to sit in awe, man.
This dude is just dropping quotables today.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
There's some quotables that been
10
dropped.
wins, man.
I like what's happened. You done gave about 5. Millie dropped. You know what I'm saying? Get yours. We got ours. Get yours. Like this
That
sound
was
like
kinda
this sound like
disrespectful for
yeah, but I
somebody
liked
in
it though.
the
It sounded
city.
like a classic hip
I
hop
ain't
battle.
mad, though.
That's why I didn't want to interject too much. I was like, let's just go.
real. It
Let's
was
just
real.
go.
Anyway.
I thought you was gonna come out your coat,
Barn,
but you say come.
like crazy injuries or nothing like that, man. They should do.
Oh, yeah, they should do big numbers.
Barn crazy. And the crazy thing is, though, they're not even talking about the defense, though.
Ain't
That's the
saying
scary
nothing.
part. They
Ain't
ain't saying
saying
nothing about the defense, though. So they gonna see.
So
It's going to be fun, man. I'm
guys,
excited.
super quick, and then we're gonna get on to something else. We talked a couple weeks ago about this Generation Z, right? That's what it's called, right? Generation Z. We didn't. It came up again. I was talking about this being like one of the most social but loneliest generations of all time.
Yeah.
Right. And that headline, and I actually read the article, some stuff on YouTube. I just started digging in on that. you know what I'm saying, I was kind of bewildered, you know what I'm saying, at the fact that, you know, the two things were such an oxymoron, like the most social, yet, you know, and talk to me, guys, like, especially you, Millie. I know you don't identify yourself with that that generation.
But we do intertwine.
You made about the skin of your teeth.
Yeah. I mean, because, my year that I was born, like, we are in, like, the mix of that. It's, like, millennials and Generation Z because...
You're in the last year of millennial.
Can I talk, please? Mm-hmm. Okay. So... Not taking your shit today. Mm-hmm. So, I see it because even when I go out and sit down to eat with somebody, you know, you can tell the difference between somebody who is content with being off their phone, off of social media, out of the loop of everything for a second, and those who have FOMO, the fear of missing out. So, and we'll sit here and I'll see people go on social media talk about how they're lonely, and in a way because they feel like, well, I mean, this is how I'm connected to everybody, you know, this has helped me with my communication. But then at the same time, then can get in front of somebody and then not know how to say like one
That's
word.
crazy.
I see that all the time, even with models.
That's
it's
crazy.
like they could have like, I've seen girls at castings who have these outlandish Instagram names. They're all like confident on Instagram, you know, sitting here talking to everybody, always on their phone. They get in person, they're just quiet. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to even approach the situation. It's like they lost their voice for a second. And it's sad because that's going to hurt a lot of people in the long run. I mean, we just had an era, a time where it's like, it was not even like a few weeks ago, Instagram shut down for the day. They literally, you could not get on Instagram for nothing. You couldn't get on Instagram. You couldn't get on Facebook. Everybody was literally freaking
so crazy?
out.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Bro, I swear no did I.
Yeah, so like
swear no
Instagram, like they were just having a glitch. I don't know what it was. They fixed it, but the whole day you couldn't be on Instagram, you couldn't be on Facebook. So everybody ran to Twitter. They're like, well, we got to talk to somebody. We got to talk to somebody about this. But then it was like, it showed how dependent the generation is on social media. It's like we literally had a whole meltdown over just a day of not having access to this one thing.
Let me tell you, me and Rich was doing press when that happened. And for a split second, luckily, you know, I just want to appreciate being around people who are real people for a hot second. But we doing some press. I'm not gonna name where we was at, but we doing some press, and Instagram shuts down. Mm-hmm. Right. So we did press in the evening, so I wasn't aware of this until then. Right. Okay. So we like, okay, how we gonna? So we like, all right, let's put this on the ground, let people know we about to listen. So me and Rich like, oh, you can't post on. I can't get what's the Wi-Fi? So we trying to figure it out just to put the attraction. Right. So then we figured out like, oh, okay, well, because he's still on Facebook. So like Facebook, I said, okay, well, we just screwed. So what we'll do is and we maneuvering around the promo for it. Do we record? Blah, 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 blah. The host of the show was in panic mode. Really? Panic. Wow. I said, well, we about to do a piece of content. Like, let's do what we're doing. I can't go live. I said, but this is a full radio station. Yeah. It's an FM frequency. What are you talking about? Go live. What do that even matter?
Yeah.
Wow.
So in between breaks, that's all they was doing, trying to figure it out. Where am I going to go live? I said, record the content, bro. What are we doing? So and this person is significantly older than us. So I'm like, wow. It's a clear difference between the two class is a tough word. The two types of people.
Yeah, I'll say that. Classes.
The two types of people. It's a clear difference. And I think to Millie's point, and I've had an experience similar to what you was just talking about. You interact with people online, especially like with, you know, in the music community here, and then you meet them in person and you say hi to them, and they don't know how to respond to hi.
Absolutely.
It's weird.
Or they never ever look at you.
Like,
yeah.
Like, that is the
no eye contact.
I hate that.
Looking
I tell
down
people all the time, like, just say hi to me when you see me. I have seen so many of my followers out, and they'll just like look at you, but they'll not even say hi to you.
Don't say nothing.
Nothing.
Like, you
it's
know
like
who I am.
It's like why are you talking? You're not saying anything to me. Like, we didn't have a whole ass conversation.
You know what make
in
me
our
real
DMs?
mad?
Like,
this one make me real mad. When you see them out and then you like you signal them over. They do that weird stuff, and then you leave the venue. Then they tag you in social media.
Yeah.
No, I was
just
saying,
Or they send you a direct message. Oh, I just seen you out. Like,
that's so whack.
it's just like, why didn't you just say
I was at
hi?
a so-called local watering hole or whatever, and a tender of the bar was talking.
A local water. Stop, nigga. Stop, nigga. Then he went on to say, Blue, a tender of the bar. That's why you cousin Uncle G.
I'm not gonna.
You never know what you gonna
crazy.
get.
That's why I'm not gonna say anything at all. I'm not gonna act like that happened.
My bad.
But she was talking or whatever, and she was talking about how because she's like I think she's right on the borderline of our generation and the generation after us, whatever that generation is.
Them youngins, I don't care about it.
But anyway, she was talking about how like guys that follow her on Instagram and stuff like that, and then come in the spot. Look at her, get drinks, won't really say nothing to her all night, but then as soon as they leave, slide in the DM. It's like, you just sitting in my face all night, bruh, and now you slide in my DM and you expect me to say something to you? Come on now.
That's super corny.
But I say something in your face, then slide your DMs afterwards.
Yeah, just
truly.
So it's
back 10 years ago. That's how I would do it.
25 for me.
Double down.
25.
Hustle and motivate.
All right.
Well, we clearly have a divide in the generations and the way we process and communicate. But I'm hoping that at some point we can kind of find a way to bridge the gap to bring everybody back.
Let me say this too.
We kind of lost.
Let me say this
Stop
too.
being weird, like
That,
man, just
but
talk.
don't forget
talk.
people. Like I keep seeing this.
Go outside and play.
Do something.
This goes for grown people too. Go outside and play.
Disconnect from the
Hey, real
technology.
talk. Forget your phone sometimes. I got checked on that before. Like, it's like,
Man.
okay, just put your phone down. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
For any guy
You're
who's
right.
trying
Right.
to get a girl, like, I get so annoyed when a guy talks to me about his social media. I
It's
want to
lit.
know you.
That's
I
what
don't
they do?
give two shits who
Hold on.
retweeted this, who posted this.
Hold on,
of
dudes do
yours.
that?
I
don't
know a few
care.
cornballs that
Like,
That's a part of the
They're
game.
younger than
guys
us,
will say
but-
that. Like, it's like an impression, like, oh, yeah, well, I had, like, Meek Mill, like, retweet this of mine. I'm like, what the
No,
fuck
straight
does that
up.
have to do with anything?
No, straight up.
Like,
I've
it's
been
like-
privy to those conversations
it's their new
third hand.
This is
type
what-
of
this is what it's
clout
like
and
getting
brag.
old.
Like,
It's like bro.
it's like, man, I don't want to hear that. If anything, that's going to automatically shut me
That's
down
terrible.
from you, because what does that got to do with anything? He
terrible.
retweeted one thing. He don't know who the fuck you
terrible.
are. Like,
But
I don't
let's say this.
care.
I want to say this though for
I like
people.
no sleep, Millie. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's say I'm gonna say this for the people too, and it's a big misnomer that social media is the best way to communicate a product. That is still not true.
Facts.
Word of mouth is the best way to spread any message. I don't care what you think about social media either way. So you're doing yourself a disservice by not cultivating social skills in real life settings if you're trying to be successful. It's just what it is to it. So there is no crutch of I'm big on social media, but if you can't put a sentence together in a social setting,
Yeah,
See, because my mind, it goes so deep, man, when we get to start talking stuff like this. I was even looking like I was going into some establishment, and it was this girl leaving out from an interview, and I just seen what she was wearing, and I'm like, and you're wearing this to her interview, and you expect to get a job.
yeah.
yeah.
But
You know what I'm
social.
saying? That's like-
Social.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that they're not being taught or learning or seeing nowadays. You know what I'm saying? How to prep for an interview, or what to say in an interview, what to wear, how to
Normal
look.
stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
Like-
Normal
But they can
stuff.
go on the gram and do every single trick, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every filter, do any kind of,
Oh
you know
my
what I'm saying?
gosh,
All that
like-
stuff. You know what
It's
I'm saying?
bad.
Know the latest on any gossip or anything that's going down. You know what I'm saying? But
Yep.
Don't have a life.
Like, ladies, modeling, it's still old school in so many ways. So your followers don't mean shit. Okay, I'm letting you know that now. You can have 10K followers, but if you come into a casting and come into a designer space and has a shitty ass attitude, you are not going to get that job again.
True.
Point blank, period.
True.
So come in with the better manners, put your phone down for a second, actually talk to people. That's how you make connections in the long run.
Tells you.
Okay, that's how all those supermodels and Naomi Campbell got to where they are today. So point blank, period.
Keep it old school, guys. Keep it old school.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today.
So rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Yeah,
this joint right there, man.
this hit the
That's why they follow me.
my favorite joint from Nipsey.
They think I know the way.
I can understand why you say it, but I can't understand at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to rest in peace. You know what I'm saying to Nipsey Hussle, who lost his life senselessly a few days ago, Sunday afternoon. I guess around 3:30 p.m. They actually got shot at 3:30 p.m. They pronounced him dead at like 5. But lost his life senselessly. A personal dispute between he and someone he grew up with just completely blew out of hand from our understanding. 3 guys were shot. Nipsey was the only one whose injuries have been fatal thus far. The other guy has some major issues, but is stable now. And the other guy checked himself out of the hospital. He has some minor injuries. But yeah, this is one of those things that even if you didn't know him or wasn't a fan of his music, you can see that his impact was really, really, really deeply in the culture. You know what I mean? And when I say in the culture, yes, I'm talking about hip hop because it's the dopest culture in the world, and the world does what we do. But I mean in the culture, in the lives of just men and women who just want to do what they're called to do personally and what they feel like they've been put on this earth to do and impact as many people as possible. Thoughts, guys, on the Nipsey thing?
I mean, rest in peace, Nipsey. My prayers go out to Lauren London. I can only imagine what she's going through right now. Just prayers to his family. Stay strong, baby girl. God will help you get through this. And, yeah, hold your loved ones very close because you just don't know, man.
Facts.
This is difficult for me on a few different levels. What Nipsey represented to people, even outside of the art that he created, what he represented to, his community specifically, and then how the rest of us outside of his community really banded together and understood how important he was there. And the funny thing I was thinking about when it happened, right when I'm on Twitter heavy. So when it was reported that, it was even an altercation, my stomach started turning. Like, just because it was where it was, I'm like, okay, I know just by following Nip for the past 2 years that, okay, this is where his spot is. I just know that because he talk about. So I'm just sitting there on Twitter like, okay, that's just a random, okay, everybody's okay. So I'm waiting for that to be said so I can move on. But in those moments, I realized that, and in watching people's reaction to just an injury, just something being done bad, was like, yo, you really haven't heard anything negative about this dude. Like, I can't put my finger, I could be dead wrong, but I can't put my finger on any piece of media that's depicting him in a negative light. Even when he was even when he had left Lauren London. Just one. Okay.
When he with the altercation with the dude at the parking lot.
Oh, the BET. Yeah. But I celebrated that.
Shit, I think everybody did.
I think I was like, hey, you wildin'. But yeah, it counts. It counts.
Nipsey stole a homie.
Yeah, it counts. It counts. So, to see, first of all, one person played it, and this is what fucked me up too. Like, Nip actually played the game the right way. That's rare.
He had a lot of respect for the games and the rules of the game.
And it's like to
whole lot of respect
to see a dude, okay, these are the rules of the game. I'm going to play this motherfucker better than everybody else did. Skip it. You know what I mean? And to then leverage that into changing where he was at. That's like anybody that's about that comes from a neighborhood or has an affinity to a neighborhood or the community of people that really want to change it. Nip gave us the blueprint to do it. Okay, you got to find your own way, but let me at least it can happen. Look. It's happening out here. So to see the way he left here, and how trivial his life was to one person in that moment because of embarrassment. You know what I mean? It, like, first of all, like, you know, anybody losing their life under them conditions to me is nonsense. That's just, it's ridiculous. No matter what kind of influence you had or what side of the fence you was on, that's just goofy. That's stupid. Like, okay, this is too much. Like, we gotta do better than that in general. But, you know, and I could be speaking out of turn when I say this, but like for someone like Nip, like if it seemed to me that you want to kind of make sure he insulated, and you look at him different even when it's an altercation, like, okay, what you doing here? Like, if you made me feel away, all right, we can discuss that, but I'm not automatically flipping the switch to retaliate on you because you feeding all these people, and I care about these people too. These are my people.
Right.
This shit is crazy to me.
Right.
This shit is crazy to me. But in all of that, it sucks that we don't get to see. And this another thing. My man he just reached the stride.
He was just starting to run.
He just reached the stride.
He was just starting to run for real.
Yeah. So it's like, imagine what Crenshaw and Slauson would have been 5 years from now.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine what kind of change could have happened in that area because you had a representative that came from the area that's really involved and really focused first on changing the area with its success. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And the whole shit is fucked up to me. It's just because that means that this how I'm taking it right now. It may change tomorrow morning, but that means that in any fucking situation where success and change is evident, it's always a high risk of you not coming out that motherfucker alive because you're comfortable in the place that you fucking changed.
It's crazy.
That shit is fucked up.
You know, I'm with you. I don't know if it's just comfortable, though. I don't know if it's that. I think there have been people who came before Nip who weren't comfortable where they were, but they felt called and compelled to change that area. So the reward outweighed the risk. You know what I'm saying? And it's just on a grand scale. Let me use this. Somebody who's completely out of hip hop. It's like Martin Luther King. Like, I'm almost certain that he knew for a fact. He said it all the time. Like, man, I ain't gonna make it up out of this. I'm sure about this, but I still got to go back to these places, even though they're trying to kill me, because this is what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? And I think that certain people understand that it's always a possibility. Like, if you listen to Nip music, like, and you listen to his interviews, he wasn't naive to the fact that he could die at any moment in the light that he chose. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never shied away from being a rolling 60. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, yo, no, this is what I am. You know what I'm saying? He said, but I just respect the gang to the point where, like, I ain't walking around trying to be the toughest guy. But if you ask me where I'm from rolling 60 Crenshaw, right?
You're right.
Go. But
what I'm saying is, you're 100% correct.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. But and this goes back even to the earlier conversation we had, right? The game at large is kind of fucked up.
Kinda.
Because let's look at this. Let's just look at this shit. Like, even when we was younger coming up, like, it's in the city of Cleveland, it's a set of rules that no matter what side of the fence, okay, this is just how we moving out here. Like, we ain't certain shit we just ain't fucking doing.
Yeah.
Like, I may hate you to death, but because of the parameters and we live by the code, we ain't doing certain shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the fact that you can be on the wrong side of the fence and get hit by a nigga that's not honoring the code, and be on the right side of the fence and get hit by a nigga that's not honoring the code, or the rules are blurred, or the lines are skewed, like all of that kind of shit. So, like, to me, it's like, oh wait, you did it reportedly, this man took this man's life because he was embarrassed about some street shit that he ended up being a snitch about, and Nip didn't want him in the neighborhood. Come to find out, Nip didn't want him in the neighborhood because he was protecting him. Don't come around here.
Yeah, straight up.
They not fooling with you around
You
here.
gotta understand something. Like, come on, man. Like, they all understood the rules. They banged together. They've been knowing each other for 20-something years.
Absolutely.
These dudes they was in the same set. They both throwing up. If you see homeboy in this picture, he got on his Crip Blue.
Yeah.
Throwing up 60s.
Yeah.
Like, they all in the same hood. They put in work together. The homeboy that shot him, the hood knew him as a shooter anyway.
Yeah.
So he was already shooting at. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't no whatever. But, you know, Nip knew, like, bruh, if you ain't from here, then you leaving people with no choice but to do what they need to do because of the code that we chose to live by.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my
so
point.
Bounce. But this is how I feel too. I told G and Cletus. I said, listen, I feel like he already. Yeah, I thought I said. Or you want to say before?
Well, yeah, I just want to get my take because I don't know. You know
What I'm about to say?
Where you about to go? Yeah.
I ain't about to go nowhere.
Okay.
I mean, I'm staying right here, but I'm saying I felt like Homeboy already felt some kind of way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I think he always felt some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You get people that you think love you.
To do something like that to somebody is not just a random act. That's premeditated. Like, you know what I'm saying? You thought about that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You don't
and
felt some kind of way, bro.
And
for a
it
fact.
to be over words though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know words cut real
Yeah,
deep,
yeah.
deep. But like for somebody that's supposed to have been, you know what I'm saying, family. Nah.
You felt some kind of way already though, because words.
The
only words that can really cut you deep is the words of people that love you.
Yeah.
You expect people that don't like you to say something crazy to you.
And it usually has about a
It's a lot of
95% truth to it.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, before we came on air though, you know what I'm saying, and I was talking to Blue about this a couple of days ago, like, man, I didn't even start initially messing with Nip because of his rap. You know what I'm saying? I started messing with Nip because of everything else I was seeing him doing in his community and all the things he was doing.
that's what got me too.
And then I started listening to the music. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, okay, yeah, I rock with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then like I was telling y'all before we came on air, like all the great people we've seen die in our day, like none of it hit me like, you know what I'm saying, Nip down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the first time like this outside of somebody being my family, it hit me like, you know what I'm saying, dying. So it was like, it was just crazy for me, man. So, you know.
Yeah. The one thing that is I guess you can take from it, I don't know, or I can say this, the one thing that's good to see in the wake of this is the amount of support and love from both the community and the entire country.
Yeah.
When the police chief said what he said on that podium about his finding of how he found out that it was Nip.
Bro, he said he looked at the phone 3 times. Like,
That messed me up.
He said, hold on, who?
That messed me up. That really screwed me. I said, oh,
Hey, we got to meet with this dude tomorrow.
Yeah, he with me the next day. Yeah.
That messed me up bad. You know what I mean? But the support of, you know, his community, the support of the entertainment community has been great. And then the support from his supporters, both old and new, is great. I remember a lot of our legends in the art space passing, you know, a lot of them that passed during my lifetime. And this one stands out in terms of like the response. Well, it stands out to me personally. Probably is one that is up there, like top 4 up there for me. But to see the response of the people first, and then the media, because the media does what the people do, on top of entertainers and athletes and journalists, and you know I think that this is a shitty fucking situation, but I also think that we need to learn as much as we can from the man that he was, you know, how he played the fucking game, how he started to win it, you know, what he stood for, and you couldn't move him off of it. Like when a stand-up nigga go, even the nigga from the hood, like a stand-up nigga go, you just look at him like,
it's like, for real, him no?
shit.
But it be
like,
like
you know what I'm saying?
Like
So I don't know, man. I don't know how to close.
You know when
talking,
dude's solid though. You know when dude's
yeah, you
solid.
know that. So rest in peace, Nip. Friends and family, you know, hold your heads. That don't mean shit right now, and I know it doesn't. But nigga, y'all got our support.
Time helps. Time helps all. It doesn't heal all, but it helps all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Death is one of them things that like you just don't. I don't know.
It's coming, but
it leaves a hole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a little void that just can't be filled by whatever you try to do. You know what I'm saying? Like Mom Dukes died, and like I can never talk to her again. You know what I'm saying? So that like little hole, the fact that I can't ever reach out to her, I like know that person's very close, but I can't reach out to that person. It's one of those things that you just don't. It just never feels right again. You know what I'm saying? But time does help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you that it heals all. I think that's a lie. But it does help. It does help. So Black Sam, you know what I'm saying? This big brother. You know, I'm glad they called homeboy. You know, as much as, and I'm being completely honest with y'all, as much as I kind of want to see that dude die, You know what I'm saying? That's such a hateful and terrible thing to say. I'm so glad he did not. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it happened the way it needed to, as far as them catching him. Like,
But see,
he still might. I know.
It's not even that.
What?
Like, he done lost 3 family members. In the
Yeah, I
last
know.
2
I
days.
know.
Like,
I personally
No
think
games.
I personally think that was a big part of why he
Him turning
he
himself
turned
in.
up. Like, no, I don't know if he turned himself in or somebody was like, all right, man, this can't.
It's too much collateral.
It's getting too close.
No, he called and made a reservation to check into a mental facility under his real name. That's the police took him from a mental facility in Los Angeles and then took him to jail. They didn't go to his house. He checked himself into a mental facility.
After he shot Nip,
Yeah.
so they should have been knew where he was.
No. This is how he turned himself in, is what I'm saying to you. He drove to a mental facility and he registered under his own name, knowing that it was a warrant for his arrest. Yeah. He did it on purpose. You know they got a report. He did it on purpose.
Got you. They got you. Man, they was on his head. And for real, he
Hey,
probably
that
felt
was
like,
the way
he
to
probably,
get
I
off
ain't
the
gonna lie, he
streets.
probably know he
Yeah.
messed up too, though.
Yeah.
He know he messed up.
Man, you know, something really got to break in you for you to kill somebody that's like your brother, man.
Like that.
Like that, though.
Like that.
That was just very, like,
It was
You know-
brutal, though.
Like, it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, it was a difference, like you said, between a random, you know, you could have just pulled by, sprayed. That would have been a random. But you personally shot this man 6 times. You did not want him to breathe again.
Absolutely. You make sure
Like,
he
Double back
yeah,
to kick him.
yeah.
Like, what
No,
are you doing?
he doubled back to shoot him in the head. Then he
Yes.
kicked
Oh,
him.
that was the double.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
He
glad
shot him in
I-
the chest 5 times, then doubled back to shoot him
See,
in his
I'm glad I
head because he was
ain't
still
watched that
moving,
video.
and then kicked him.
See, I'm glad I
Like-
missed that.
He wanted to make sure he was dead. But
He
you
wanted
crazy,
to
though.
make sure.
The other dudes that he shot was still on the ground. The one dude was running. The dude got shot and ran away. Like, he was stumbling, but he ran away. The other dude was on the ground laying right next to Nipsey that he shot. So, homeboy, he couldn't do nothing either.
Yeah, it was a wrap.
It was like, oh, no, you the one. That boy, you never know, man, how people feel about you sometimes, bro. I swear. You know, celebrate your people, man. Just try to be genuine as possible and I mean, love yours. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole got a song called Love Yours. You gotta love yours, man. Like, and I think too often, I know I'm guilty of this personally. You know, I don't always take the time to love the life that I've been given. You know what I'm saying? So instead of doing everything in my power to, like, make it the best and making the most impact with the people that I love and people I care about, I undervalue my life. You know what I'm saying? And the people that are in it at that time. So love yours. If anything you take from this whole situation, love yours. Tell the people that you know that you love them. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, am I giving you the best that I can give you? You know what I'm saying? And be honest with yourself. Ask yourself a true question. Are you really giving yourself the best that you can give yourself? And once you know the answer to that, then you know what you're giving to other people. You know what I mean? But love yours.
man, and don't fall under the illusion that it ain't enough for us all to eat, man. It's enough out here for us all to eat, man.
Facts.
And just be careful. And having enemies is great, but understand who those enemies are. They could be somebody who you see every single day of your life, and they could just take your life away just like that. So be careful who you're friends with. Even watch your family, unfortunately, at this point. And it's, just be mindful of who you surround yourself with. So.
Right. Yo, but thank you guys for sticking with us, loving us, subscribing, telling your friends, all of that good stuff. We appreciate you so much. Yeah, we out.
Hustle and Motivate by Nipsey Hussle. See y'all next week.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way. Cause I took control of things. Ballin' the solo way. And if you pattern my trend, I make you my protege. Slossin' that soldier race. Niggas don't know them days. Take you in back of the buildings. Make you expose your rage. Take you across the tracks. Make you explode the face. Now you official now, but you got a soul to save. I just been cooking that new. I'm about to drop in the few. Think if I call it the great, the people gon' call it the truth. I ain't really trip on the credit. I just paid all of my dues. disrespected the game. Now my name all in the news. Tripping on all of my moves. Quote me on this, got a lot more to prove. Remember I came in this bitch, fresh out the county with nothing to lose.
For nothing, no. Wanna count on you, but I don't do this shit for nothing. No, not at all. You, but my money real, that you do. Oh, yeah, so I don't do this shit for nothing. No, not at all. Oh, I told her I
like I never left. Stand for some shit that you never read. Passing through stages in life, through the ups and the downs, like it's all just another test. Live by the rules like a fucking ref. I got respect in 100 sets. Too many chains, need another chest. Playing no games if it wasn't chess. Cut from that cloth that you couldn't stretch. Cut from that circle you couldn't text. Heavily pressured and under stress, even though niggas ain't sure we was a mess. Honest attempt playing to the left. Judge a young nigga by their dress. Left us no option, what they expect. Only thing we knew for sure is the bang is set. Fuck living basic, I'm taking risks. Fuck what they saying, I'm saying this. Don't waste your time, it don't make you rich, it don't mean nothing, so fuck them, let's make a grip. Double up, triple up, make assist. Ballin' so hard you can play a bitch. Lead to the lake if they wanna fish. Make sure them niggas around you stick to the script. This should be written in stone. You should come visit my zone. Don't take my word, double check all of my flows. Ask them how Hussle got on, but fuck what you heard. This for who walked down that road. Sold everything but they sold. Straight off the curb. Real niggas rich as you nerds. Address to whom and make it sound. I don't do this for nothing. Nah.
Wanna count on you, but I don't do this shit for nothing. No, not at all. You, but my money real, that you do. Oh, yeah, love. So I don't do this shit for nothing. No, not at all. Oh, I told her I got. All money in, nigga. Hustling, motivate.
Victory lap.